What's up, family? Welcome to Ask to My Eyes.
where we challenge you to stop playing and start pushing.
This right here is my lovely wife, Iana.
And this right here, this is my oh so handsome husband, Ayize. I've been looking at you all day today.
You was looking at me yesterday, too.
Yeah, because I just get in my modes where, have you ever looked at the one you love and you just like, you do that. You do that for me all the time.
Wow.
But, I've just been
This is 20 years
taking the time to pay attention.
This is 20 years in, y'all. Still got it going. Still got it popping. Mm-hmm. And I'm always looking at you.
You are.
Always.
Always.
Always. Yes.
All right, y'all. We got a question that has come in, so we're going to get right to it.
Why don't you go ahead and read the question, baby?
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Did we say who we were?
Oh, yeah. No, we did.
No, we did.
We did, yeah.
We did. Okay, so we answer questions, guys, and we're going to get right to doing that. All right, this young lady has written in, and she says, I need desperate help. I live in Canada. My husband lives in the United States. We've been in a long-distance marriage for 4 years and 4 months. We have been in a long-distance marriage because, number one, my husband has a past criminal record, and this makes it harder to enter Canada. But he is still trying to come and live in Canada. My kids and I could go to the United States to live, but we both can't afford to right now. My other attempt now is to go on a work permit to eventually reside in the United States. Another problem is my kids can't stand him because of the arguing and what it has done to me. This is my second marriage, and I have ended the relationship many times, only to go back again. Why? I can't remarry again. I don't like being alone. I am extremely depressed and have nothing else to do but be with him and argue. I'm going to read that one again. She said, I can't remarry again. I don't like being alone. I am extremely depressed and have nothing else to do but be with him and argue. Yeah, this message was sent, this email was sent a couple times, and then another one she said she cannot remarry due to her religious beliefs, I believe. So that may be what she's talking about. I'm not sure. She says, I am not being stupid. I am being honest. This is a very toxic marriage. There is constant everyday yelling, screaming, cussing, disrespect. I feel stuck, unable to let go, even though it is toxic. I get too attached, and letting go, I don't and can't deal with. This marriage has destroyed my health to the worst. Got me in the hospital for months. I go back and forth about leaving for good. Please help. What stands out to me about this letter is the fact that you started out by saying, I'm desperate. And I just want to correct you, dear. You're not desperate, but you are certainly stuck. When we're really desperate, then we are willing to do almost anything to move from the place that we're in. And what you've done in this email, this letter, is you've really made it very clear that you are very, very bright and you understand your situation. You talk about how depressed you are. You talk about all of the dynamics that are messed up. Right? Yeah, all of that. And you say, but I cannot go because I don't like being alone. Right? I don't want to remarry again. It may be due to some religious beliefs, because I do think you said that in another email that you sent. And so, you have a real clear sense of what's right and wrong in your relationship. And it seems like most of it is wrong. But you are stuck. So what do you think she really wrote to us for? She's able to articulate the issues, and you're asking for help, but what is it that you want us to tell you? I'm trying to really get to the unmet underlying need here. What is it that you're looking for?
She's seeking permission to leave. She's seeking permission, approval. She wants us to give her a nudge. She wants us to let her know.
Well, she said
to go ahead and step out. I know
she can't. She's too attached. She can't let go. She won't let go.
She wants us to make it plain for her and let her know that that's the step that she needs to take. That's the right thing to do. And what I would say is that, considering your current situation, I do believe that it is the right thing to do. However, just like my wife said, you're not desperate. So even if we do say that you should leave the relationship, considering the fact that it's a toxic one, your children don't like your husband, you can't really engage or see your husband because of his legal
And it's
situation.
been long distance for 4 years and 4 months.
Yeah, it really doesn't sound like you all
That
have.
don't sound like no marriage to me. I'm not saying that you can't be in that, but not in this current state for that long.
And so again, you're looking for permission or approval to roll out this relationship. And while we can say go ahead and leave, I really don't think that you're ready to leave. The panic button hasn't been hit quite yet. Even though you write to us and you say 911, it's an emergency, but it's really not an emergency yet to you because you ain't moving. You know, and reaching out to us may give some false sense of security in the sense that you think that that's a step in the right direction, which it is. But the real step that you need to take is to actually leave the relationship. If it's causing you health problems, if your children ain't really feeling them, if you're not really engaged in seeing them,
y'all argue all the time.
And y'all argue all the time. Y'all are fighting, yelling, bickering, and y'all aren't necessarily going to get some couples help together to try to work through and resolve some issues, then what do you really have? A ball of mess. A big ball of toxicity, which you very eloquently stated that you have in your relationship. So what do? Give it the boot. Punt the ball in a different direction because it really ain't the right thing for you.
So, you know, at the end of the day, you have to be the one to make the decision about what you're going to do in your marriage and your relationship. You know, everybody deals with things differently. And certainly you could take a different stance and you could say, we got to work on this. We've got to take it to another level. We've got to get in the same place, in the same house. We've got to commit to going through a process where we're going to get with somebody and because we love each other, we're going to do this. It don't, you know, it doesn't feel like y'all are all that willing to do that. It sounds as if there probably should be a separation, but at the end of the day, whether it's separation or whether it's staying together, you have to do something different. I know that this is cliche, but when you keep doing the same old shiznit, you do get the same old results. So if every day you get on the phone and you cuss and argue, right, and you're living in the same situation, you're not together, all of this stuff is just on top of you, you're depressed. Move, dear. Move from that place. And the first thing I would suggest for you is to go and get into some individual counseling of your own. Because when we are depressed, we cannot see what's going on around us. We can hardly hold our heads up, let alone hold up a family, hold up children, and hold up common sense so that we can get to where we need to be. Get into some individual help. We hope that this has been of help to you. At the end of the day, what you gotta do, boo?
Stop playing, sis. Start pushing.
Stop pushing.